Some of the things these First Nations are claiming are pretty shocking. So can a First Nation block helicopters from flying over Crown land? One nation in northern BC says yes, but Transport Canada just weighed in and their answer was a hard no. What's up guys, I'm Felix Chan and we cover Calgary news and real estate insights that actually matter. And we've been tracking Aboriginal title cases and land claims and their practical implications for months now. And this airspace claim represents one of the most expansive interpretations of Indigenous rights we've seen. In July, Wilpsweekaks, calling them the WWK from now on, part of the Gitxsan Nation, sent a letter to Interior Helicopters saying they were no longer allowed to fly over their territory where the nation claims Aboriginal title. The letter stated that flights without free, prior, and informed consent could be subject to enforcement. This isn't just theory. Ministry of Forest workers were flown into the area and were confronted by individuals claiming to represent WWK. The pilot was told he wasn't allowed in the airspace. Transport Canada responded in December, saying clearly, Canada has exclusive jurisdiction over airspace. Even if Aboriginal title is proven, airspace control is federal. No one, not even Indigenous governments, can restrict aviation without Ottawa's approval. So, what's really going on here? This is a test case for how far Aboriginal title can stretch. The Gitxsan Nation is invoking principles from UNDRIP, which, by the way, was legislation developed by the UN for Canada that no Canadians ever voted for or even knew about, which requires consent for activity on traditional territory. But federal law says aviation falls under national safety regulation, full stop. For aviation companies, this ruling gives legal clarity. You don't need permission to fly over claimed land. For resource developers, it shows how complex Aboriginal title claims are becoming and what future conflicts might look like. For emergency services, helicopters can't be delayed by consent negotiations in crisis situations. For First Nations, the ruling limits how Aboriginal title can be enforced beyond the ground. So, here's the real question. Has Aboriginal title discussions gone too far if it now reaches into the sky? Or are First Nations absolutely right to demand control over everything above their land too? Comment newsletter if you want more Indigenous title and land rights breakdown straight to your inbox, and share this with anyone working in aviation or resource development.